All right, tie downs. It's not what you're thinking, like that old saying that cuddling, that there's a fine line between being close to someone and then holding them down so they can't get away. Not that kind of tie down, but tying down all these different materials together down to the slab. So mechanically, it's solidly connected. So on the prints here, we are on the structural pages. How do we know that? It says S1.1. So we're in the structurals, page 1.1. I just want to focus on the forward part of the garage. There's other details in here of many different tie downs. Each manufacturer of a tie down has a catalog that if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, you can look it up. There's pictures, you're corresponding, how much uplift it's rated for. It can get really detailed, but let's just focus to see if we got this front section correct. So it's showing us a general location, and it tells us to go to page S2.1 of the pages, a couple pages back from here. So the 4, what does that mean? There's going to be different graphics on page S2.1. We're going to look for diagram or drawing number 4. Okay, so let me go to 2.1 and look at their side. Here we are. We are on diagram 4. Again, I want to focus just on the tie downs at the very front of the garage. So it tells us here a sole plate anchor on the outside. See, here's the garage floor. So this is going to be towards the outer part of the garage wing wall is what this is called. Ooh, what's this big thing here? And it tells us it's an HTT5. That is the name of this connector. Then the engineer gives us further instructions. So an HTT5 with 5/8 inch threaded rod, epoxied 12 inches. So this tells us what to do. Okay, and again, just we're at the thickened part of the slab. We know the garage floor is on this side, so let's keep this orientation, or you can hit the space bar, hit pause on the video, and then you can write down the timestamp of how far in the video so you can come back to this drawing if you wish to refer to it. But to carry these with one hand is cumbersome. So we're going to look for that sole top plate. Now, I don't have the catalog in front of me. It's in my car. That just makes the video more confusing. But these are the things the engineer is called out for, and we have to do exactly what the engineer said. Here is that sole top plate. This is 5/8 threaded rod, and if I can turn the camera in the same orientation as the picture of the prints, see if I could zoom in. Where's the camera pointing at? Simpson Strong-Tie is the manufacturer, and there it is, HTT5. Well, there it is, HTT5. I'm going to zoom out. Now, for representation purposes, because this is tight in here, there happens to be another HTT5 over here, a little easier to view. Let me back up. So, as always, we just fill up all the nail holes here. 5/8 threaded rod down, then 12 inches, and the epoxy here is oozed out. It is rock hard. So, this right here is exactly what the engineer told us to do. And so this eliminates any of us out here improvising, riffing, however you want to call it. We are not permitted to do any of that. Opinions don't matter out here. The engineer went to school for this, okay? And so when he picked all of the tie downs to go into this structure, and it went through the county for approval, and this is what we are inspected on, these pictures. And the actual name of every tie down is embossed on it. And if the inspector has a question, we can pull up the catalog, show them the picture. So the tie downs work all together to take all these different materials, meaning the roof decking, the trusses, the double top plates are tied down to the studs that are tied down to the bottom plate that is tied down to the slab. So here is a different type of tie down. It's a smaller washer, and these are mechanically driven right down into the slab. And here is another set of HTT5s. So we can say the engineer likes these, and these are very big and beefy. So there's a whole detail here for just the opening here of the sliding glass door. There's another HTT5, okay? There's a smaller tie down right there called out on the structurals next to another HTT5. And so everything is brought and tied down to the slab. And anyway, I hope that makes a little bit of sense. But everything on the prints is, those pictures are what were inspected on. The inspector doesn't come here and say, oh, I think we should do it this way. Well, no, he's not an engineer, so we don't have any opinion on here. We just do what the pictures the engineer gave us. We're used to looking at pictures. We're used to coloring books. And so this is right on our level.